crucial conversation. The courageous conversation. That conversation where you're going to say to this friend who used to be a guest, in essence, the intention, you got to get real clear about this, is to tell them that you need to come into a new agreement around the price. You're no longer in a position that you can honor this friendly discount that, frankly, you came into a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And you know why you came into it? Let's be honest. Because you had more openings on your book. But in the last 6 months, you've been hanging out with us. We've been giving you best social media practices. You've been posting. You've been putting boosts on the post. Your windows of time are filling up with new referrals that aren't used to paying the old price. And you're charging what you're worth, and you're charging your menu price, and you're no longer in a position that you can honor that price with the friend who used to be a client. This is the conversation you're going to have with them. When do you have that conversation? We call it a crucial conversation. We call it a courageous conversation. It's a conversation that you're going to have where you're taking the turd out of the punch bowl. You ready to have it? I'm going to give you some keys. Now, number one, you want to go back. This is basically for those of you that are back there. Well, why should I do it? Just go back in the last month and count the number of freebies or discounts you had. I've done that tens of thousands of times with hairdressers, and the answer is always the same. They're giving away about $400 a month in discounts or freebies, free conditioning treatments. I'm charging $3 to $5 less off my menu price to my friends for the haircuts. I'm charging $5 to $10 less on my color. You start adding that up, that's $100 a week. That's $400 a month. $400 a month times 12. Look at that. You do the math. That's $4,800 a year in discounts. Then you put a 20% gratuity on that you get. That's another $1,000 in tips. That's well over $5,000. If you could just take that turd out of the punch bowl, you would increase your annual income by $5,000. This is why we got to have that damn conversation. Key number one. You want to be calm about it. It's a conversation. It's not a confrontation. You're not confronting the client. You don't need to make anyone bad before you make this better. You don't need to make them wrong or you wrong before you make this right. So that's number one. Number two, when you have the conversation, Lisa, good to see you, Lisa. We're making big boom boom tonight, Lise. So when you have this conversation and it's not a confrontation, don't make anyone wrong. You want to do it with grace. You want to do it with dignity. You want to do it with compassion. And make damn sure that you're doing it at the end of the appointment when you're all done. You have this conversation on the front end of the appointment. It's going to be the longest damn appointment you've ever had. Right? You're going to spend 3 years with that client in 45 minutes. So you're going to have the conversation when it's all done so that after the conversation, you both can breathe a little bit, right? Now, it's at the end, and basically what you're saying to them is, do you have a second? I want to check in with something that's been on my mind. And I wanted to really kind of tell you where I'm going to be going with my work in the future. I'm starting to specialize in color. I'm starting to take more advanced training. I'm getting more call for specialization. I'm not going to be in a position where I can honor the price points that I've been honoring with you. I'm starting to charge more money for my time. I've charged you today what I always charge you because I don't want to send you home upset, but I want you to know that henceforth, here's where my prices are going to be. And then what you need to do is be compassionate. Some of them are going to go, no problem. And you're going to go, wow, that was easy. Why didn't I do that easier? I've coached thousands of people through this. So now every now and then someone might get a little bit feisty. And if they do, be compassionate. Apologize. Your heart goes out to them. They might say, well, I can't afford to pay you this and that. Just say, oh my, and just if you want, just be yourself. I'm heartsick about this. I feel so badly. And here's what I can do. There are people that I work with that charge the prices that I used to charge that will be affordable. I'll introduce you to them because I want to take care of you. I don't want you to be upset. Now they're going to go, but nobody can do my hair like you. I know. I'd love to do your hair, and I want to keep doing your hair. You know why? Because I love you, but I can't. I'm no longer in a position that I can honor this price. Now, there's a lot of different ways of making that point, but what you're really doing is, the point of all points is that you're having the conversation. Some of your friends might try to guilt you, make you feel guilty. If that happens, they're going to have a less than favorable opinion of you, and you're going to feel real crappy about it. Here is what I have for you. OPOs, it says, other people's opinions of me are none of my business. Now, I want to make sure that my opinion of this person, even though they're upset with me, I want to have the highest opinion of them, and I want to have the highest opinion of myself. But I never want to make somebody else's negative opinion of me the opinion I have of me. At the end of the day, if you feel a little bit awkward, forgive yourself, forget it, remember, move on, have a conversation with your summit coaches, and they'll show you how to get over it quicker. But this is a major stumbling block. It's a self-limiting, self-defeating pattern. And if you can break it, I'm telling you, you're going to bring in $10,000 to $20,000 more. I just came back from a big program that I did yesterday with probably a couple hundred people, and there were a number of hairdressers that said, I got too many damn haircuts on my book, and I'm charging them less money. I need to open up books. There's hairdressers that are getting referrals. They're not even taking the referrals because there's no room to put them on their damn book. I'm so booked up and busy doing low-ticket haircuts on my friends, I have no room in my book to make money.